Hello, and welcome to Life of a Boss, the podcast, hosted by entrepreneur, public speaker, and mentor, Jason Hardin. This podcast is all about helping audiences create and reach their own definition of success through positive thinking, perseverance, and personal development. Having survived extreme obstacles from an early age, such as cancer, poverty, abuse, family dysfunction, and even homelessness, Jason has learned how to master the art of resilience and defy all odds to become the boss he is today. So, get ready for some serious game and remember to keep an open mind. Now, without further delay, here is your host, Jason Hardin.
What's up, world? As always, it's your boy Jason Hardin, and I'm here to just talk positivity, business, getting money, and bossism, as it were. Today I want to answer a letter, and well, here it goes. Dear Jason, my name is Opa. A friend shared your segment with me on Instagram last year. Well, thank you for that, friend, and sharing on Instagram. I've never even shared a segment of myself on Instagram, so yeah, that's awesome. Anyway, a friend shared your segment with me on Instagram last year, and I listened to most of your episode. Way to be honest. I love your confidence and your fantastic sense to multitask. Podcaster, entrepreneur, etc. That is so amazing. Listening to you has whet my appetite on making the effort to reach my full potential and not limit myself on a 9-to-5 job. How did you discover your multi-potential? And how did you get the courage to go for it and turn it into a business? Sometimes when we listen to you, we get the feeling that people like you have special abilities that make you do what you do. We usually hide behind the fact and shortchange ourselves. We usually hide behind that fact and shortchange ourselves. Can you please help people like me out and share how to maximize our full potential into a business? Wow. Well, thank you, Opa, for that letter and bringing up just the subject of starting business or getting into business for yourself or starting your own business. And I think it's very important. I think just the thought of it is important. I know it can be overwhelming just to think of what encompasses starting and running a business. Not even just starting it, because when you started, that literally is the start. It's the beginning. So now it's the work. A lot of people think once I build this restaurant, that's it. Or once I open up this coffee shop, that's it. Or once I start this magazine, that's it. But no, that's just the beginning. Now it's time to do the work. And the work you do is really nothing like the work it took to get started. You know, it might take you all kind of building to get started, but now that it's built, you don't build anymore. You know, now you build a different way. Now you gotta reach people. Now you gotta send emails. Now you gotta network. Now you gotta talk to folks. Now you gotta go places. Now you gotta get commercials and pay for advertising. And now you gotta hit social media. You know, it's a lot that goes into it. But that's not to scare you. That's not to tell you or discourage you from doing it. And even if it were meant to discourage you, if it was in you, it wouldn't. You know, and that brings me back to the first question. How did you discover your multi-potential, and how did you get the courage to go for it and turn it into a business? And honestly, that's like a two-part question. How did I discover my multi-potential? Let me answer that first. I just do what I enjoy. And when I was young, fortunately, when I was young, I learned that I didn't need to depend on my parents for an income. for an allowance. I didn't need to wait till the first of the month for my dad to give me $20. I could wait, or I could do a bunch of the other stuff while I was waiting. And that's why I learned that I could earn while I wait for that $20. Or better yet, I could use that $20 to help me make more than $20. Or at least to help me stretch it for the next 30 days. And that being said, it was, for me, I guess a survival mode that came even before I was an adult. So I guess if I could have worked, or I thought somebody would give me a job to sweep floors when I was like 13 after school every day, I would have. You know, maybe that would have turned me on. Maybe that would have been my first hustle, and I would have been addicted to a 9-to-5. Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. But it didn't happen like that for me. My first hustle was selling condoms and candy at school in junior high. That was my first, I'm going to say legitimate, but it wasn't drugs and it wasn't anything illegal. It was just condoms and candy. And in junior high, a lot of kids had curiosities, and I didn't think anybody was doing the nasty, but they could have been. But either way, boys wanted condoms. Girls didn't buy them. I didn't even know if they knew I was selling them. But everybody bought candy from me. I would buy it for 10 cents at the liquor store or the little corner market on the way to school. I'd buy them for 10 cents each and then sell them at school for 25 cents each. Easy profit. You know, I'd spend $1 on 10, come home with $2.50, you know, and do it again tomorrow. And then every day, I make another $1.50 in profit. And it was a nice little hustle, especially when everything was cheap. You know, I can get a great bean and cheese burrito for $1, you know, a huge one, about 3 pounds. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, what I'm saying is that starting my own business came from that moment, came from the moment of realizing that I didn't need anybody to give me money. And I didn't need anybody to give me anything to make money with. That was like something that I could do on my own. Nobody told me that I couldn't, you know. And I guess if somebody would have given me a product, that would have been great. I know a lot of kids I ended up going to high school with who were selling candy that another gentleman was giving them. And I thought that was kind of cool if you needed a gentleman to supply you with candy. But by high school, I had already advanced past that. See, that was junior high, and I did it myself. So by high school, I was, like I said, I graduated and was selling all kinds of stuff by then. But the point was, it was the need. If I didn't have that extra money, I couldn't eat. I couldn't buy lunches at school. I couldn't buy snacks that I wanted. I couldn't have things. You know, and I lived a large part of my childhood with not enough to eat, with food running out before the end of the month, with living in poverty, basically. So, starting a business was not an option. It was my go-to. You know, being an entrepreneur was my go-to. Now, getting a job and looking for a job, that was the risk to me. That was the I'm not sure. That was the thing that I was scared to do. Depending on some entity or somebody, and solely that person to give me what I need to eat and live is scary to me. And I work and I have my own business now just because I do what I love to do. I'm a private chef, you know, and I love to create in the kitchen. And I only took that job because I can do what I love. And, of course, I was getting paid for it, and I wouldn't have took it if I didn't enjoy it. And but that's neither here nor there. But just like a business, it was something that it just came to me. It was easy to me. And selling products that I got for a low amount and selling them for a big amount, that was it to me. And it didn't matter what it was. It went to video games and it went to other substances, but eventually that turned into magazines, and then t-shirts and apparel, and then that grew into the services, because not just creating these things, I knew how to create these things. So I was able to sell my services to help other people create these things. So it ended up branching out into a lot of businesses. So the multi-potential just came from diving all into what I like to do. And I don't care if you like gardening, if you like electronics, if you like wrestling, it doesn't matter. If you dive into it, there's going to be a multitude of jobs and industries and tasks and talents that are required to make that a business, or to make that whatever you like happen, whether it be football games, whether it be television shows or movies, to make one happen, to make that a product. There is a lot of jobs and a lot of industries coming together, and I think that when you dive into what you really like to do, you discover that. And you discover things you might like more than what you thought you liked to do. You know, I got into graphic arts because I like graphics. I didn't know that I would turn that into creating graphics for clothing, and creating graphics for business cards and business logos for other people. I didn't know I would turn into that. You know, I thought, I don't know what I thought, to be honest. I had no idea. I just dove into something that I could do, and it was really, to be honest, it was Adobe Illustrator. That was the first thing that got me into this whole graphic arts world, and graphic arts and desktop publishing and all that type of artistic typography and things where art and words come together. It's a big business. It's one of the few businesses that are involved in every other business in the world. Every other business in the world. I mean, every business involves financial transactions to some degree. Well, it's not a business, you know. So there's some degree of financial transaction that happens in every business. Every business is involved in some type of paperwork. So there's some type of a legal something, some type of legal process or legal filings, and that every business have to partake in. So there's a niche there, but also there's communication, and that's what graphics and typography and text are. It's communication. So whether a business is just communicating with itself, and I mean the signs around the office, the memo, the letterhead, the inner office literature, materials, that stuff has to be created. And some things might look like pamphlets to you, but somebody else took hours, maybe days, maybe weeks to create that pamphlet and the color scheme for it, and the size and the font choices and all that. Like that was planned and that was created, and I think that we don't see the potential in some of these things until we get into it. And when I got into graphic arts, I didn't see all of the uses for it. I didn't see that everything, and that's just in print and in I guess magazines and cards and stuff like that. Then it also gets into digital forms, you know, and that's why it led me to so many different platforms and avenues, because graphic design is everywhere. And people were paying me to do things for them that I wasn't even thinking about doing yet. You know, I'm making album covers, and then people tell me like, "Hey, can you make this for my video? Or can you make my logo for my shirt and my sweater that I want to wear on my performance? Can you do?" And it just turns into something else. You know, so long story short, the different avenues that I take towards, whether it be income, whether it be just career, whatever it be, the different avenues come from just exploring my own talents, exploring what I love to do, exploring me, my interests, the things I don't like. You know, I dove into stuff that I end up not enjoying, and I don't do them anymore, or I do a lot less of them, only because it's required in what I do. But yeah, you have to explore you. Self-awareness is one of the most powerful senses you can have. If you don't know you, how can you ever be happy? How can you ever be satisfied? How can you ever find joy? Regardless if you find money. I know a lot of people that found money, but they haven't found themselves. They're not happy. They get money doing things that other people want them to do, doing things that they think other people expect them to do, and it shows. It shows in their willingness to try to escape reality. It shows in their drinking. It shows in their drugs. It shows in them chasing women. It shows in them doing everything they can to bury how they feel about not the success they created, but the misery they created for themselves by creating this prison for themselves. This prison of expectation, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to live by someone else's definition of success. You don't want to chase anyone's definition of success. And that's why my whole philosophy is creating and living your own definition of success. So you gotta fast forward or run the tape all the way to the end to see what success looks like for you. Is success having owned some businesses and ran some businesses and have those titles and that experience under your belt, and just the fun of hustling and finding suppliers and making connections and finding clients? If that doesn't move you, if that part wasn't fun or exciting, and if that part doesn't bring you energy, then none of the business stuff might be for you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, if you just want to have a pension, retirement, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at the end of what are you doing this for? If you want to start a business, the business has to be what's fun for you, not just the money or the rewards at the end or the benefits of creating one. You have to enjoy what it is you want to do. So thinking about a business should really be, do I really want to do what I want to do? Or don't I? And it's okay to put one foot in first. It's okay to dip a toe in to see if the water's warm enough for you. I mean, you don't have to quit your job and sell your house and get a business loan and throw it all into this restaurant and idea and see if it floats. You don't have to do that. And if you wanted to, you can, because I'm going to tell you one thing. If you're still alive, you can make something happen. And if you put yourself in a desperate situation, you might swim. So I'm not going to discourage anyone who wants to go all in, but do it with some intelligence, do it with some research, do it after you've talked to people. I'm always into comparison shopping. I don't care what I'm about to buy. I mean, if it's over $100, I'm doing my research. I'm looking at YouTube reviews. I'm looking at Google reviews and Yelp reviews. I'm doing my research. So the same should be done with a business. Do your research and first and foremost, get into something you enjoy. Get into something you really want to do. Do something that you would do for free and be lucky someone would pay you for. Like I know people that just paint. They paint murals and they would do it for nothing. They do it for nothing until someone pays them to paint a mural. And when they pay them thousands of dollars to paint one mural on the side of a building. And it's incredible, like houses. People love the hustle and bustle of selling real estate. They love the acts of it before even the sale, even before escrow closes, even before the first potential buyer comes. They like to setting it up. They like the house, the open houses. They like the suit, the tie, whatever they dress, whatever they wear. I mean, you gotta love all of it. So it better be something that you love all of. And it should make it a lot easier. It shouldn't be about the money. I don't do anything I do just for the money. The money is a byproduct of doing what makes me happy, keeps me healthy, and keeps me fulfilled. What else? Let me answer another part of this question, because I think I got caught up on that first half. The courage. First of all, I don't believe in living in fear. Living in fear is not it. It doesn't help you make good decisions. It doesn't help you live up to your full potential. It doesn't help you explore. It doesn't help you learn. It doesn't help you love. Living in fear will make you shy, will make you timid, will make you stagnant, will make you dormant, will make you weak. So when it comes to courage, it has to be the default. Courage, you have to be the one of your friends that, he's going to do it, or she's going to do it. If they see the opportunity, or they see the potential, or they see the moment, they're going to take it. And you have to be that person in your group. You have to be that person in your family. You can't expect somebody else to motivate you to the point where you take action. So you have to be that person to jump. Like I said, how you jump definitely depends on case by case. You don't want to, like I said, dive in with both feet and head first into something you know nothing about. But taking that action, making that first phone call, checking out that first book, buying that first book or that first audio program or course, taking that class. That's what I mean by jumping. Just taking that move and not being afraid to fail. One thing that a lot of people get hung up on is what other people think or what other people do. Never get hung up on what other people think or do. If that dictates what you do, that's another form of fear. That now you're letting somebody bully you who aren't even thinking about you. You're making somebody a bully who might not even know you. Oh, they're gonna hate my speech, or they're gonna think this idea is stupid. Who is they? Now you done built a whole crew of people who don't like you, who don't even exist. So stop thinking like that. Stop worrying about the thoughts and actions of others and letting that dictate whether or not you do something. Look at yourself. Ask yourself, do I really want to do this? Am I really going to be all in on this? And if I'm not, why? Why wouldn't I be all in? Is it fear? It's okay not to want to do something, but it's not okay to let fear dictate why you don't want to do something, or let somebody else's negative comments or whatever dictate whether or not you do something. You want it to be because, I just don't like it. I don't want to be on camera because I just I don't get nothing from it. Or not because I'm scared, I'm shy. And no. Like I said, it has to be a good enough reason, and that reason has to align with your bottom line and your ultimate goal and who you really want to be in life. And sometimes you got to get over yourself when it comes to those little moments where it's just a small piece of the big picture. So either way, when it comes to courage, you just have to not see any other option but success, but the finish line, but the goal, but whatever it is the result. That's all you see. If you see just the result, if you see just the finish line, if you only see the goal manifesting, then nothing else is big enough to scare you. Nothing else can scare you. Unless a killer is chasing you, I don't see how you can even be thrown off of what you really want to do. What else is scary, And I can see maybe it's bungee jumping, or maybe it's skydiving, and maybe, but even in that, the fear is what you're running towards. If you wanted to skydive, then you didn't want to not skydive. You know what I'm saying? So if skydiving was scary, then that's what you're trying to face. And I like that. And that's okay to want to do the scary thing. I ran for office because I was scared to speak in public and meeting people and working rooms and shaking hands and getting to know people that didn't look like me or didn't make what I make, and people that might look down on me because I come from this neighborhood or I'm this color or have this level of education. I had to jump in there. So now when I walk into those same rooms, those same environments, or even when I'm doing me, these people who I thought were above me and better than me and could look down on me, they greet me and look at me like I'm above them. Why? Because I went out there and I did something. They didn't root against me. They didn't even think they were above me. They might think they're below me because I have nothing and I went out there and did it. So stop putting your projections on other people. Stop worrying about what other people think, period, because that will only confuse you and slow you up. So like I said, when it comes to courage, you only have to see the goal. The things that scare you, the clearer you see the goal, the less those things will appear. You might not even look at stuff that are supposed to scare you. And I don't mean just physically. I mean like there might be oppositions. You might have a goal to change something in your community. And the city itself, the mayor himself, the chief of police, or somebody might not like that. You know what I'm saying? So there might be a very real danger involved in you trying to make a difference. But once again, if you see the goal in mind, these powerful entities that are real opponents and real challenges won't even matter. And you know what? They can't even stop you if you see that goal clear enough. If you see that vision clear enough, you can perfectly articulate what it is that you have in the moment of victory. How it feels, how it looks, how people look up to you, how you look up to people, how people talk to you, how you dress, how you walk. And start doing that now. I don't wait till I'm successful to live successfully. I'm not going to wait till I have $1 million to say, you know what, I need to play golf once a month. Or you know what, I need to play golf once a week or whatever. I don't have to wait. If that's something I want to do, if that's something I see being successful as, I will do it. Just like I don't say, well, you know what, when I make some money, I'm going to take a course on personal development. I'm going to read a couple books. No. That's what you do now. I'm going to spend money. I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to give to charity. No, that's what you do now. I'm a sponsor teams. I'm a help out. I'm a mentor. No, that's what you do now. Anything that I can do when I made it is something I can do now. And that is what propels me forward. That is what keeps me being an entrepreneur, a businessman, and still work. That's what keeps me doing the things I love, because it's what I would do if I was successful. If I had all the money in the world, I would still own a business. If I sold that business, I would buy another one. I would invest in another one. I would create another one. It's what I would do. Like I said, it's not for the money. It's who I am. Who are you? Oprah, who are you? Are you that boss? Are you that entrepreneur? Are you that painter? Are you that plumber? Are you that artist? Are you that singer? Are you that interior designer? Are you that? Is that who you are? Are you that activist? Are you that politician? Are you that lawyer? Are you that landscaper? Are you that writer? Are you that publisher? Are you that influencer, that host, that radio personality? Is that you? Is that how you live? Is that how you walk? Is that how you talk today? Who are you? That's all you got to know. That's all you got to know in all of this. Who are you? Become who you are, and everything else will follow that belongs to you. They will give that to you. You see what I'm saying? Be that and it will come to you. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait for courage. Don't wait for courage. It's not coming. It's not coming. You create it. Don't wait for anything you can create for yourself. And that's another reason why I went into business. I mean, like, I can't wait for a job. I can't wait for a job to eat. I can't wait for somebody to say, you know what, I'll pay you to do this. For me to eat dinner tonight. I can't. That's the scary thought to me. Like I said, going to work and depending on a job. And only that job. That's the scariest shit in the world to me. Can't do it. Won't do it. Won't do it. I will not do it. I will not quit my hustles, my side jobs, my businesses, no matter what they paid me at work. If they paid me more at work, I would put more into my hustles, my side jobs, my businesses. I would buy more equipment. I would invest in more materials. I would invest in more classes and more courses to teach me more stuff, to do more of this and that. And I would, yeah. Like I said, it's not what I'm trying to do. It's who I am. A successful business owner is not what I'm trying to be. It's who I am. Before I started my business, I started it like a successful business owner. And you should too, Oprah. Because whatever you are, you're already it. And I think you just need permission to be you. And I'm going to tell you, Oprah, you don't need permission to be you. Be you. Because I can't give you permission. I can only tell you that nobody gave me permission and I'm great now. You know? I gave myself permission to be great, and you know what? That's what I turned out to be. And not just great, but happy, successful, all the things I like, all the things I enjoy, married, friends, family, no kids. And that's just me. Like I said, I got the things I want and enjoy. You know, you might want some kids, and you might want this and this and that. But like I said, create your own definition of success. I created mine, and you can't have mine. So you have to create yours. All right, I'm going to let you go with that, Oprah. And I love all of y'all that send in your letters, your comments, your questions. And the best way to maximize being you is just to be you. You know, you just gotta be you. You gotta be you unapologetically. The world does not change or evolve if we all do the same thing and nobody breaks out this mold and does something new. Technology does not advance if we continue to all do the same thing and nobody does anything new. Nobody says, hey, it can be different. Nobody has the idea of making something impossible possible. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid if you're the only one that can see what you see. Don't let that be something that scares you. Don't let the fact that nobody understands you scare you. You know what I'm saying? Understand yourself. Definitely understand. If you can't understand yourself, I wouldn't move too quick. You know, first understand yourself. Know yourself. You know, spend some time with yourself. Be with yourself. Understand yourself. Dislikes and likes. Take yourself on dates. You know what I'm saying? Spend some quality time with you. Learn what you like. Like you would learn what somebody else's favorite color, perfect date, favorite food is that you care about. Learn that about yourself. Learn what you enjoy. Learn how you want to give back. Learn what you care about. Because I think a lot of us try to make these moves and don't even have the basics down on who we are. We just do what sounds right, what looks right, what people do on TV, what mama said, what the teacher said. Like, no. What did you say inside? What is your energy, your body, your vibe, your heart? What do you tell you? What do you get lost in thought doing or thinking about or playing with or paying attention to or studying or reading about? What do you get lost doing? That's where your wealth is. That's where your greatness is. It's already in you. You just got to unlock it and unleash it. Don't put it in a box. Don't let it out with terms and conditions. No, see where it goes, and that's where you find what you really love to do. All right? Anyway, I got to go. I love y'all, man. Keep tuning in. Check it out. Whenever we got some a new episode, you're going to see it on the website, so please check it out. lifeofaboss.net. Hit me up on the websites through email, or you can come to my social media, Hardway Hardin, on Instagram, Hardway Hardin, on Twitter. You can even hit me up, Hardway Hardin, on Facebook, Jason Hardway Hardin on TikTok. Connect with me, man. Ask me some questions, man. I'll talk back. All right? I love y'all. Peace.
Did anything stand out to you in today's show? If so, let us know. Your questions, comments, and concerns are important to Jason, as he is determined to always deliver to you only the most impactful information and content. Until next time, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and leave a review whenever possible. You may visit lifeofaboss.net for more episodes and great resources to help you become the absolute boss that you were meant to be. You can also follow Jason on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hardway Hardin. Thank you. And to never forget that success is a lifestyle.